What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Look Ahead show here on Tony'sPicks.com with yours truly, Vegas out here with you guys today. We took a little short hiatus here. I was up in the mountains, like I said, doing some skiing, snowboarding, etc. Had a good time, had a little white Christmas, some snow. Had a good time. Hope everybody out there had a good little holiday vacation here or, spend time with family, etc. We're excited to be back. I'll be back now for the foreseeable future. We'll be at this, 24/7, giving you guys these picks. Today, excuse me here one second. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. But today, it's been a 0-2 to start, and we're waiting on this Clippers game to cash. Could make it a little bit salvageable. But it actually hasn't been that bad of a week if you want to check it out here. One second. Let me add this. Yeah. So this is how it's been for the last 7 days. About up 500. Not too bad here. One second. Tennis, NFL, soccer, NBA starting to get back in the green. Long haul is how you got to look at it, guys. Yeah, it was New Mexico and Newcastle in soccer today. Didn't come through. We're waiting on this Clipper game. So, yeah, hopefully Clippers get it done. We just took the money line there. I got 120 on it. So we'll see how that goes. But overall, solid week. Like I said, up about 5 units. Looking to end the new year strong, or looking to end the year strong and move right on into the new year. But again, like and subscribe before we get into this action here on the Look Ahead show, where we're giving you all of the injury updates, line moves, any information that's needed before anybody else can know it. Get ahead of the action here on the Look Ahead show with yours truly here, Vegas Al. We're going to start with the NBA today. A lot of NBA action here to get into. We'll start with this first game here. We got the Mavericks taking on the Kings. We'll go right to the injury report here first. Just a quick update. Clippers are up by about double digits, 10 to 13 points now, 6 minutes left. Hopefully they close that out, going for a third straight win. First time this year for those Clippers, getting a three-game win streak. Starting to maybe turn things around. We'll see. But back to this NBA action for today. Again, Mavericks and Kings here on Saturday, December 27th. We will have for the injury report here for the Mavs. Looks like day-to-day Davis there with a groin injury, of course, game time decision. Brandon Williams, who's been a nice piece here off the bench. He'll be a game time. And then just the usual guys, the Lively, Irving, and Exum still on their injury report, of course. And then for the Kings, you got Carter, Murray, Levine, Sabonis, and Eubanks all looking like they will be out. Carter is a game time decision, Devin Carter there. But yeah, pretty ugly injury report if you ask me. We need a Levine and we need a Sabonis to really feel comfortable wanting to back the Sacramento Kings 100%, but I still think that's where I'm going. Maybe not. I can't get there. I can't get there with the Sacramento Kings. Just when you look at the numbers of recent history here, Dallas is 5-2 ATS in the last 7 meetings on the road here against Sacramento. 5-5 in their last 10. Dallas playing, 50-50 ball at least. You look at what Sacramento's done their last 10 games, 2-8. The pick here would be Mavericks -2.5. I think you need more points if you want to get on the Kings. You would need a Levine. You would need a Sabonis. I think at least Cooper Flagg's been doing some serious things now. Clearly looking like the rookie of the year. I mean, Kneipel's also making a name for himself. Derek Queen's making a name. Plenty of good. This is one of the better rookie classes, but I like this Maverick squad to get this one done here on the road. -2.5. We'll take it. Maybe even a short price money line. It might be -145, though. I'll lay the 2.5 with the Mavericks here in this one. All right, on to the next game. We got the the Denver Nuggets taking on the Orlando Magic. Injury report here in this one. Cam Johnson Bates, Braun, and Gordon all out for the Nuggets. Goga Bitadze, Jalen Suggs, Morris, and Franz Wagner, all game-time decisions. Actually, Morris Wagner's out. So, again, another one where the injury report's a little sketch, but, we still have a Banchero in there. Still like Desmond Bane, obviously, on this Magic squad. There's still some pieces. And then you look recent head-to-head history. Magic are 7-3 ATS last 10 meetings versus these Denver Nuggets. Obviously, we saw the great performance that Jokic put out last night there on Christmas night there versus the Timberwolves, a 50-point triple-double. I don't know. It's hard to want to back him on a back-to-back like that when we know the public's going to be wanting to pound these Nuggets fresh off that recent memory type play here. I'll fade it. I'll fade the recent memory play, and I'll go to the Magics here plus the 4.5. And again, the 7-3 last 10 meetings ATS wise for the Magic against the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, I could get on the Magic here plus the 4.5. On to the next game. We got Suns and Pelicans here. Get to the injury report in this one. Pelicans at home and actually playing pretty solid ball, at least with the last, at least since December started. Derek Queens stepped up. I already mentioned him already. Leading the team in assists and leading the team in rebounds. But Herbert Jones, DeJounte Murray obviously will be out for foreseeable future. But Herbert Jones out for tomorrow or game time, actually, I'm seeing now. Grayson Allen a game time. Kobe Bray a game time. And then Jalen Green here out with a hamstring. He'll be out until the 7th of January. Just a few pieces. This one's a little bit cleaner of an injury report. Obviously, if you wanted to back the Suns, you would want a Grayson Allen in there and a Jalen Green in there. D-Book and Colin Gillespie can only do so much from the perimeter scoring-wise. I think this Pelican squad has been kind of pesky and finding ways to stay in games. Don't get me wrong, they don't play a lick of defense. They want to get up and down and run. Very young team, very athletic team who will hustle. It's tough to choose a side here, though. I would like to get a little bit more with the Pelicans. Don't get me wrong. I think 3.5 is still pretty doable. Definitely can cover that 3.5. But I think you got to go to the fact that the last 10 meetings, it's 7-3 to the over between these two teams. Pelicans are 19-12 to the over this year. Suns are just 14-15. I think this is the game that gets them to 15-15 over under. Over 240.5 seems a little high, but I think both of these teams reach the 120s, and I think plenty of offense in this one. Prop galore as well. I like a Derek Queen double-double prop. Obviously, a Jose Alvarado off the bench. If you can find the over 6.5, 7.5 points for him, I like that as well. Lean the Pelicans, but I like the over 240 really in this one. I see plenty of offense here in Phoenix and New Orleans. On to the next meeting or matchup. We got Bucks and Bulls here. Bulls being the 6.5 point favorites. We'll get to the injury report here in this one. I will shout out Josh Giddey. Been making us money there on the points, rebounds, and assist prop. Almost 29-9, almost a triple-double. Clean injury report for the Bulls. And then you look at the Bucks. Giannis will be out still. Taurean Prince out still. And then Gary Trent's now game time decision. I got robbed the other night on a Gary Trent PRA. They took an assist away. Lost it by literally a half point. Disgusting. Still don't really like backing this Bucks squad. They've just not been playing the greatest. A little bit of a defensive game I'm expecting, though, in this one. Just, again, not in love with the shooting numbers from this Bucks squad. Again, Bulls, they can get up and down and run, and Giddey, has been doing triple-double numbers and stuff. But 12-18 are the Bucks to the under this year. 14-14 are the Bulls here, about 50-50 on these over-unders. But the last 10 meetings between these two teams, 7 of them have gone under. 234, pretty high total if you ask me. I get it. Both teams can get up and down and run. But I think it's the Bucks' lackluster shooting here that helps us stay under the total here. We'll go under 234.5. Rollins, don't get me wrong, and this Gary Trent is questionable. AJ Green, there's pieces on the Bucks squad. I'm just still not in love with them. Just don't want to lay anything over 2 baskets with the Bulls. I'd rather just touch this total here and what I expect to be a low-scoring defensive type game with not the greatest of shooting. So I'll take the under 234.5 here in Milwaukee and Chicago. All right, now we'll go up next to this game here, Knicks and Hawks. One of the better games on this NBA slate, if you ask me. We know the Hawks. We love catching points with them. Injury report, though. Dante's out for the season, and Ndaye out for the season, and Porzingis game time decision. 3 big centers looking like they're probably not going to play tomorrow for the Hawks. And then Josh Hart will be out with an ankle. Miles McBride and Landry Shamet out as well. But McBride's a game time. I don't know. To me, Knicks been rolling on all cylinders, right? Playing pretty good basketball. But you look at their last 5 games. They're 0-5 ATS-wise. Look at the Hawks' last 7 games. 0-7 ATS-wise. Hawks are 1-4 in their last 5 meetings at home ATS-wise against this Knicks squad. What I like here, though, I'd still take the 4.5 points. I just think the Hawks show up here in this spot. I like an Okonkwo. What else? Trae Young's back in the fold of things. I'm waiting to see some more out of Nickeil Alexander-Walker now that he's back in the fold of things. Trae Young is. Still think those two can work something out where they have a nice little 1-2 guard combination there. Trae Young assist prop, double digits is always some plus money we could try to find with that. I like the Hawks here. I'd take the plus 4.5. And as far as a total, I like the over. I mean, both teams are trending to the over. 17-14 to the over this year for New York. 18-13 for the Hawks this year. Each team up about 3 to 4 units on this over. Again, a freakingly stupid high total, 244.5. Still, I like over, and I like Hawks here plus the 4.5, and what I expect to be like a 127 to 124 type game here. Both teams getting to the 120s. Yeah, we'll take the over. We'll take the plus points, even money line possibly with those Hawks. Knicks got away with one there against the Cavs. I can keep going on why I'll fade the Cavs or the Knicks. I don't want to lay nothing with them. Give me the points with the Hawks. All right, guys, moving right along on to the Jazz and Spurs game. We got a massive spread here in this one. Before I get into this one, though, let me read this injury report. I'm looking here. It says Ace Bailey will be a game time. Niang will be out with a foot. And then really just De'Aaron Fox a game time with a thigh. Yeah, it's just been brutal. 1-4 last 5 games for the Jazz. Spurs obviously on a big run here. Been backing them there against the Thunder. It's been really nice. I don't know if I can lay 17.5 points, though. I mean, you look, Utah themselves, they've been 16-13 ATS every game this year. So you simply just back Utah every game this year. You're up about 3 units. Nothing wrong with that at all. Spurs 10-3 ATS-wise at home this year, but they haven't had to lay 17.5 points against a professional basketball team. Give me the Jazz here, plus the 17.5, and which just simply seems like way too many points. That's a Thunder line, even though they've, again, dominated the Thunder this year. I'm not ready to start laying anything like that with the Spurs. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'll take the plus 17 with the Jazz. All right, we got Cavaliers and Rockets here. Rockets 5.5 point favorites. Again, historically in this one, let me get into the injury report action before I say that. Injury report here in Houston versus these Cleveland Cavaliers. 1 second. It's looking like Larry Nance, Max Strus will be out for the Cavs. Sengun's still dealing with that calf injury, so that's something to look out for. Yeah, that's a big piece that we will need here. Obviously, he toughed it out against the Lakers. Still had a double-double. I just felt like he wasn't his best. 6 turnovers he had against the Lakers. And, they don't get me wrong. They did enough clearly to win that game, but something to keep an eye out with Sengun. We'll see if he plays. Obviously, it looks like both the bigs will be going for the Cleveland Cavaliers here. But I still can't go to Cleveland. 10-22 ATS-wise this year. You've lost about 12 units betting on the Cavaliers spread-wise this year. And then if you bet on the spread with Rockets this year, 16-12, up about 4 units on the year. And then let's look at the last 17 games here on the road for Cleveland in Houston. So last 17 road matchups for Cleveland going into Houston, they're 3-14. 8 out of the last 12 matchups between these two has gone under the total, and we actually have a pretty high total. Again, I get it. Both teams look to be basically 100% healthy outside of maybe the Sengun issues, but I think that's all smoke and mirrors. I'll lay the 5.5 with the Rockets. Again, just a better team this year, I feel like. Can't trust the Cavs, even on everybody's want to get right back on them because they just blew that game with the Knicks. Hungry to get a win. I get it. You get 5.5 points with the Cavs. Just seems too nice. I'll lay it with the Rockets, and I'll actually take the under 236 in this one. I'll do a little two-teamer in this one. I just think it's a defensive type game. Both teams are going to want to play through the bigs. Yes, I get it. They can also shoot the three, but I think, again, a slower pace, defensive type game. So, yeah, I'd like the under 236. It's just, again, based off the fact that when these two teams meet with their bigs, half-court offensive sets, working the ball down low, a lot of missed two-point shots. I could see under 236 as well, but Rockets control this game. You're talking a 119, 109 gets us there. Rockets and Cavs. All right, we got Pacers and Heat. Real quick, let me get a total on this one, guys. I was looking for the total and spread. I think it was 7 points now. Let me see real quick. 8.5 now. Heater lane 8.5, total 230. Injury report here in this one. Let me pull that up as well. 1 second, guys. We got tons of people still for the Pacers. Isaiah Jackson, Ben Shepherd, Aaron Nesmith, obviously Toppin, and they have 4 guys. It's looking like 3 of them are actually game times. Nesmith, Shepherd, and Jackson are all game times. It looks like Toppin will be out. Adebayo's a game time. That's going to be huge. And then Tyler Hero's a game time as well. Would need both of those guys for the Heat, especially wanting to lay something like this, 8.5 points. I get it. The Pacers have looked awful this year. Just hard to want to back them. 6-25 again. At least Miami's been somewhat salvageable this year. Miami's 8-2. What do you call it? Last 10 meetings. The over is 8-2 between these two teams in the last 10 meetings. Pacers are dead last in 3-point field goal percentage this year. Super uncharacteristic, but it makes sense. They're missing Halliburton and, some of these guys, just not the same Pacers team as last year that, made it to the NBA Finals, clearly. Not scared to lay it with the Heat. Actually looking under in this game at 230. Just can't get there with the shooting percentages and numbers that we've seen out of the Pacers. Yeah, not a game I'm rushing the window to bet at all, though, if I'm being quite honest. On to the next one here. We got Nets and Timberwolves. Injury report here in this one as well. Let's get right to it. Injury report here. Just Highsmith will be out for the Nets. And then for the Timberwolves, it looks like Terrence Shannon will be out. Conley's game time. And, of course, Anthony Edwards is a game time. Just absolutely no way I'm laying anything with the Timberwolves ever. I don't care. 10.5 especially. I like to either catch points or lay a short price with the Timberwolves. 11-17 over-under numbers for the Nets, so they trend to the under. 14-17 for the Timberwolves, they trend to the under. Both teams are going to try to play defense. Obviously, Clowney and Claxton down low. Gobert, Naz Reid, Julius Randle. I like the bigs for both of these squads. I think this is a defensive type game. Again, 7 straight unders at home for this Minnesota Timberwolves team. And then you look, 12 out of the last 15 games for Brooklyn has gone under the total. Yeah, give me under 223. I know it's a little low, but I think it makes sense. I think one team struggles to get to 100. Obviously, probably Minnesota, especially if Ant plays, can get to the 110, 115. You're talking 112 to 98. Gets us under this 223. So that'll be what I'm on in that game. Now we move on to the one college basketball game today. CSU Northridge taking on Stanford. Boy, did I want to take the points with my boys, CSU Northridge, who have made me a little bit of Skrilla this year, backing them. I'm not even going to lie. And it's an attractive price, plus 16.5, but the average margin of victory in the last 5 meetings between these two teams has been 16 points, a 91-74 average score last 5 meetings. Stanford 158th in the nation in 3-point percentage. CSU Northridge 270th in 3-point percentage. I would need CSU Northridge to just be better from behind the arc to make me want to back a plus 16.5. Total at 164. It's because of, like I said, the 91-74 average score last 5 meetings. No way I can see that happening. I don't think Stanford gets to 90. I can see both teams maybe in the 80s. It just, that would mean you'd want CSU Northridge covering. I don't think they cover this. I think, Stanford just got that win against Colorado. We were on Stanford. Everybody back in Colorado because of the highly touted NBA prospects that they have on their roster. That don't mean bull jive, in my opinion. So I think Stanford's a pretty solid squad. I just don't want to lay 16.5 of them. Let me be real. I'd like to kind of chase an under here, 164.5. I think that's a defensive type game. So yeah, under 164.5 for me in the lone college basketball game here on Saturday. We will have obviously some more college basketball coming soon. But let's get on into hockey here. Before we give any picks out here for hockey, let's like and subscribe here. Every like, every subscription counts, helps us get to that 100,000 followers here. Let me get some of the goalies pulled up as well for you guys. It's, of course, it's hard to predict goalies for the next day here. Obviously, you want to see the morning skate and see who gets confirmed, because right now nobody's confirmed. This is all just speculation at this point, but I'd say about 6 to 7 out of 10 times the goalies that you see the night before show up and wind up being the ones you see. So I will at least say that, but not all the time. Trust me. You can get got on goalies. But we'll start here with the Rangers, and we'll start with the Rangers and Islanders, the little New York matchup we got here. Again, like and subscribe here. Absolutely love some of this hockey that we have on Saturday. But our Rangers here, last 10 games head-to-head are 8-2 versus these Islanders. On the road, New York, even though this one's a short road travel game here, Islanders and Rangers, but 5-2 last 7 road games for the Rangers. Sorokin, Harvat still looking like they will be out. Rangers, the last time these two teams played, Islanders got a revenge win, 5-0 Islanders win. That was earlier this season. But then you look at what happened last April. It was a Rangers 9-2 victory over these Islanders. Again, 9-2 Rangers win. Are we going to see 11 goals in this one? No, I'm not going to touch the total. I just think the Rangers are simply the better team. 8-2 again, last 10 head-to-head. I have no problem backing my Rangers as the short -105 price. Give me those Rangers there in that one. All right, we got Wild and Jets here. Let me get the goalies real quick for Rangers, Shesterkin and Rittich. It's not confirmed, but that's what we see. For this Wild game, I'll give you guys some goalies first before I start breaking stuff down. It's looking like Gustafsson and Hellebuck will be in net tomorrow. That'd be a great little goalkeeping matchup. When you look at this matchup here, Wild have been dominated by the Jets in recent history. Wild are 1-9 last 10 games playing the Jets. Obviously a completely different team, 22-16 this year, this Wild squad. And we've backed them a little bit this year. They've, it's paid us off a little bit. Just Jets are 2-8 their last 10 games. Obviously to get Hellebuck back in the fold of things is nice. Just don't think they're playing well. They do have the Oilers up next. Oilers, anytime you got them up next, it's a look-ahead spot. I don't care what you say. One of the upper echelon teams in the NHL. Jets-Oilers rivalry is huge. I think the Wild are hungry to, do something about that 1-9 last 10 versus the Jets. Season split, though, is 1-1 this year. Again, these two teams have each won a game against each other this year. I think the Wild go up 2-1 on the season series. Give me the Wild here, -115. A Kirill Kaprizov goal, Matthew Boldy goal, always are alive. I like the Wild here in this one. All right, guys, on to the next hockey game. We got Bruins and Sabres. Real tricky game, if you ask me. Bruins just keep getting priced as dogs. It's crazy. Not playing great hockey though. 1-5 in their last 6 games are these Bruins. Sabres, on the other hand, 7 straight wins. I don't know. The only thing is Buffalo in the last 20 games versus the Bruins, they're 4-16. Boston has dominated them historically. I don't know. To me, I thought this would be the get right spot for the Bruins. I just can't get with them right now the way they're playing. I think they lose even one more here to the Sabres again, who are rolling hot. 7 games, 1 in a row. I think they can even make it 8. I think the Bruins' medicine spots next time up against the Flames. They play in a couple days here. So yeah, give me the Sabres here. Probably go in regulation with the -155 or -150 price. Go in regulation or -1, but either way, I'd be looking the Sabres way here in what's a tricky game to call. But Sabres -1. All right, we got Red Wings and Hurricanes. Try to get you guys some goalies here in this one. Red Wings and Hurricanes. It's looking like Gibson for the Red Wings and Kochetkov for the Hurricanes. Seth Jarvis now on IR. Big loss for those Hurricanes. Still laying -190 with them. I don't know. I can't do it. I get it, though. The Red Wings are 3-7 in their last 10 meetings versus Carolina. Carolina's dominated the recent history matchups. 5-1, though, is these Red Wings in their last 6 games. Again, they're also 22-16 this year. We already mentioned the no Seth Jarvis for the Hurricanes. I'll find a price that I like with the Red Wings. +160 is pretty good for me if you ask. I'll take the Red Wings here on the money line, +160 in this one. All right, we got Lightning and Panthers here, the Florida rivalry in this one. This one's also here, a little 1-1 season split between these two, each team winning on the other team's home ice. Pretty interesting matchup here. Obviously, the defending champs last 10 games head-to-head have the slight advantage, have won 6 out of the 10 games head-to-head. Panthers are 8-2 in their last 10 games in general, and the Lightning's 4-6 in their last 10 games. Panthers simply playing the better hockey and kind of have the recent history advantage. Some of the injuries on their side is a little concerning, don't get me wrong. Lightning are a little bit healthier. When it comes to goalkeeping here, let me make sure if Vasilevsky and Bobrovsky will be in net for this one. That's at least what we're seeing. Obviously, if things change tomorrow, you will find out on the morning show, Happy Hour, or Daily Dangle as well. Don't forget about the Daily Dangle. But this one here, I think you got to go with the Panthers just off, recent history, how these teams are in current form. I'll take the Panthers here at home, -110. Somebody finally gets a home win in this season series. Again, Panthers here, -110. On to the next one. We got Capitals and Devils here in this one. Devils, the short price favorite, finally got Jack Hughes back in the fold of things. Obviously, a Jesper Bratt and the rest of these crew just still 1-10 in their last 11 home games versus Washington. So the Capitals have dominated them in recent history. Still, even though Jack Hughes is back, 6 straight unders for this New Jersey Devils squad. Again, that's a little bit of good goalkeeping, good defense as well. I think they right their wrong finally with the Capitals. Capitals are getting old. I just think of Ovechkin. But, yeah, I don't know. I can't back the Capitals here in this one. I think the Devils are finally due to break this little ugly 1-10 stretch that they've had against the Capitals at home. I think they finally get a little W here. I'll trust the -120 price that Vegas has given us. Give me the Devils here on the money line, -120. All right, on to the next game. Like and subscribe. Moving right along through this hockey action. We got the Senators and the I absolutely can't stand Maple Leafs here. Maple Leafs -105. Obviously, Senators a little bit actually the favorite at a -115 price I'm seeing. Maple Leafs are 2-6, last 8 at home versus Ottawa. So struggling at home playing in this Ottawa Senators squad. And then you look current form, I'd say the Senators actually have the slight advantage, 5-5 compared to a Maple Leafs is 4-6. 6 out of the last 8 have gone under for each team. Excuse me, 6 out of the last 8 at home for the Maple Leafs have gone under, and 6 out of the last 8 on the road for the Senators has gone under. Rather than trying to back this Maple Leaf squad or fade this Maple Leaf squad, because they're one of those teams, when I fade them, they win. When I'm on them, they lose. So I'll just go under 6 again with the recent trends here of both teams. Like I said, 6 out of the last 8 home games for Toronto has gone under the total. And then 6 out of the last 8 road games for Ottawa has gone under the total. I'll trust that. They're under 6 here in this one. All right, on to the next game. We got a big price here with the Stars. I'm seeing minus 310 up to minus 300, minus 330. Obviously, do your line shopping in this one. If you like the dog, especially Blackhawks here, almost plus 260, plus 270. Blackhawks are 2-8 in their last 10 games, not playing good hockey. 0-5 on the road. They're 1-6 in their last 7 road games versus Dallas. Yeah, I'd be all over Dallas. I get it. It's minus 310. Oh, I'll take the shot on the Blackhawks. I get it. Plenty of value. Never going to knock somebody taking plus 260. I would just say I think Stars are a parlay piece. Put it that way. I'm not even mad at the team total. A Jason Robertson goal. Plenty of things you could do with the Stars, just not wanting to back the Blackhawks right now. I'll take the minus 310 here. Well, not the minus 310. Maybe parlay piece minus 310. You can find ways to knock that value off. Even in regulation, will probably be like a minus 170, minus 200, something to that effect. You can find value, though, a little bit on the Stars. Rupp puck line, Stars and Jason Robertson goal. But I'm all over Stars. I'll trust the minus 310 price and what I can use as a parlay piece. On to the next one. We got Predators and Blues here. Blues, the minus 115 favorites. Interesting stat here on this Blues squad. Blues are 1-11 in their last 12 games being favored. Just don't want to back them at all. We've been fading them whenever, especially with that series against the Bruins. Just can't believe the Bruins are dogs like that to the Blues. When I look at this, Predators, again, 7-3 in their last 10 games, playing pretty solid hockey. They had obviously the upset against the Avalanche about earlier this month. I could get behind the Predators here on the road against the Blues. I like the minus 105 price as well. No way I can back the Blues as a favorite with the 1-11 stat that I said. 1-11 last 12 games being favored are these Blues. Give me the Predators here, minus 105. All right, we got the Ducks and the Kings here in this one. Like and subscribe, zipping on through this hockey slate. Ducks are 7-3 head-to-head. Their last 10 meetings between these Ducks squad and them. Ducks are 3-7 as well in their last 10 road games, not playing well on the road. And then you look at how they've played in LA against this King squad. Their last 6 times, 1-5, this Ducks squad. With that being said, this is a different Ducks team. Got no problem going right back to them, and we're catching plus money again with these Anaheim Ducks. I'm Ducks crazy this year. Give me the Ducks here, plus 120. A Cutter Gauthier goal, I'm totally not mad at. Obviously, check lineups and check goalies here. Actually, I'll give you the goalies here in this one. I think I forgot to on the last couple games. My apologies again. Always check those goalies, though. Here for the Ducks, yeah, Dostal and Forsberg looking like the expected goalies. Obviously, check those in the morning. But, yeah, I would be on the Ducks here, plus 120. Next game here, couple more hockey games. We got Oilers and Flames. Flames, man, let me tell you, the way they started, now the way they've been playing, 6-3 their last 9 games. Competitive hockey team. I still think they're about ready to get back to the old Flames that we know. Just look at Edmonton, the last 15 games they've played in Calgary. They're 12-3. Oilers are 5-1 victory there on the 23rd, like 3 days ago against Calgary. Got no problem. It seems too easy. My only worry is it seems too easy. But I'll take Oilers minus 135. I'm not even scared to puck line it actually and get some real big plus money here. Yeah, I just continue to fade the Flames. Even if they're on a little bit of a hot run, I'll fade them still. Not a team I want to back long term. Give me those Oilers here, minus 135. All right, we got Stars and Canucks here in this one. Are we going Canuck dancing? The numbers suggest I probably should. Canucks are 8-2 in their last 10 head-to-head meetings between the Sharks and Canucks. Look, 16-2 in their last 18 games head-to-head versus this San Jose Sharks squad. The last 9 home games, the Canucks have won all of them, 9-0 at home versus the Sharks. Oh, man. Canucks winners out of 4 out of the last 5. You look, Sharks are on a 4-game losing streak, not playing good hockey. But then check this stat out. Yeah, the Canucks are, 9-0 at home versus San Jose, 8-2 last 10, head-to-head, and et cetera. Everything looks good for the Canucks, but they're 1-7 this season in their last 8 home games. Not playing well as of late at home, and now they're wanting you to lay minus 150. Is it just because the Sharks are not playing well right now? Losers of, 4 straight? Give me the Sharks here. I know it's plus 125. You probably want a little more. Go get a -1 with the Sharks. You probably get plus 150. I just screw the push. Give me the plus 125 with the Sharks here in a game. I think they could get it done here. So, yeah, give me the Sharks plus 125. Final hockey game of the night. Let me make sure to get these goalies talked about here. What do you call it? We got Avalanche and Golden Knights. Mackenzie Blackwood, Carter Hart here. Of course, I got to look Avalanche's way. A 6-game winning streak. You look at the last 12 meetings versus Vegas Golden Knights, they're 8-4. Last 5 road games for the Avalanche, they're 4-1. Juggernaut Avalanche, no problem going right to them. Puck line it, McKinnon goal, square as hell. Avalanche all day. That's how easy it is for me in that one. On to the NFL, baby. Don't forget we have some Saturday NFL now, guys. Now we're getting into the real fun stuff. If you've stuck into this show 36 minutes deep, put a comment in. Tony's Picks look-ahead show here, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this NFL slate tomorrow. We got, obviously, 2 games here and tons of college football we're about to get into. Like and subscribe. We got Texans, Chargers. Chargers, the 1.5-point favorites. Totals 39.5. I don't know. To me, I don't want to back the Chargers here. 4 out of their 5 preseason starters on their offensive line are missing. So it's been mix and match all year long on this offensive line. Obviously, no Joe Alt, no Rashawn Slater. Those are the 2 big ones, those 2 tackles. I don't know. Protecting Herbert here against Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson is the absolute must do, but I don't think they can. I like those 2 guys to get sacks. If you can find sack props over a half sack, 1+ sack or whatever, Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson each get a sack. Nothing wrong with that. Parlay it up, 2-team it, whatever you guys want to do. I think this defensive front gets after Josh Herbert. I always say Justin Herbert. Herbert. Justin Herbert. I always screw his name up. But, yeah. Anyways, Herbert, not the biggest fan of, even though, I see the skill and the pocket presence. I'm still going to trust C.J. Stroud in this D'Amico Ryans-led defense to get after him here. I have no problem going to the Texans here, plus 1.5 or money line, sprinkle, whatever you guys want. Money line plus 1.5. I mean, give me the Texans here, though, in this one. All right, on to the next game. Very interesting game we have here. No Jordan Love now for the Packers, I'm seeing. Let me double-check on everything here, injury-wise. I believe it was the concussion here with Jordan Love, why he's not playing. Yep, he will be out. Lamar Jackson is doubtful as well. So we possibly have a ugly backup game here. I don't know. To me, the Ravens are pretty much dead. They need the Steelers to lose to the Browns, and then they need to beat the Steelers next week. And they need a lot more. They need some stuff to have. It's just, I don't know. The Ravens have backed themselves into such a big hole. Malik Willis, though, the quarterback that is expected to play for the Packers, he's looked good at times, but then to drop a snap like that at the end of the game just leaves you scratching your head like, oh, my gosh, I don't want to back the kid. I don't want to touch this game if I'm being honest. Prop-wise, I'll give it out. I think it's an Emmanuel Wilson, Josh Jacob run fest day. Obviously, you got Derrick Henry on the other side. I think it's a running game. Forced to play this one, I would touch the under 38.5, and I would look at running back props, either rushing attempts or rushing yards. Not a game I'm rushing window the bet. I like that Texans-Chargers game clearly a lot more, but I'll give you guys the under 38.5, and I'll give you guys Derrick Henry over rushing attempts, and I'll give you guys Emmanuel Wilson over 30 yards, I think 34.5 yards, Emmanuel Wilson. That'll be all I'll give you on that game. All right, guys, we're moving on to some college football. We got some bowl games that are actually some pretty good bowl games here. You can't complain. Let's get into this one. First one here, we got Pitt and ECU. 1 second. It's the Go Bowling Military Bowl here in Pitt and ECU. ECU 10.5-point dogs. No Caden Hauser. Of course, a couple other players are opting out for ECU. That's obviously the most important one. The quarterback here, Caden Hauser, will not be playing in this one. Meanwhile, on the other side, Heinschel from Pitt has just had a breakout freshman year. I got no problem laying the minus 10.5. Yes, I get it. No Desmond Reed for Pitt. He's also opting out. But he's been kind of hit or miss this year. He's been hurt and banged up. Sad to see because he was a real fun, exciting, all-purpose yards type player, Desmond Reed. But still plenty of pieces on this Pitt offense. Again, Heinschel, breakout type season. Have no problem laying the 10.5. Here with Pitt in this one. Real quick, move on over to Penn State and Clemson. Penn State, Clemson, a great one here. 2.5-point favorites are these Clemson Bulldogs. When you look here, Cade Klubnik, last I checked, was not supposed to play. Let me double check that because things change. I thought he was an NFL draft. Let me check. Is he playing? No, he is playing. He is playing. That's what I'm seeing here. But yeah, it's always back and forth. It's because he's also dealing with an injury. So the line also tells you that he's playing. The fact that Clemson's favored like this, I got no problem backing Clemson as long as Cade Klubnik's in there. So yeah, I'll keep it that simple. With Klubnik, Clemson minus 2.5. Without him, I'm not touching the game. I'll probably even lean Penn State, but I'll take the minus 2.5 here with those Clemson Tigers in this one. All right, on to the next one. We got the Wasabi Fenway Bowl here in this one. Army, the 7.5-point favorites. Line is pretty much telling you all you need to know in this one. No Joey Fagano for those UConn Huskies. The 7th-year senior quarterback obviously has done wonders for this program, but he's foregoing this bowl game here to prepare for the NFL draft. I just lean Army. I know. Do I want to lay 7 in the hook? No. I think they control the tempo of this game, pound the rock, time of possession, etc. Maybe you go Army first half. That's probably 3.5, though. That's the only thing. No problem with Army in both halves. Army team total is kind of tricky. It's an ugly game. I don't like the 7 in the hook. It would be I'm trying to find a way to back Army. I don't want to back a UConn without Fagano. I don't know. 7 in the hook gets tricky. I know it's NFL. We just saw Brosmer cover a plus 7.5. Granted, he had nothing to do with it. It was all defense and turnovers by the Lions. But who's to say Army doesn't play and do something similar, fumble the rock 3 or 4 times? That's being a negative Nancy. I think it's Army or pass. I don't want to touch a total in that one as well. But yeah, I'll lay the 7.5 there with Army. Try to find a -7 or something. Just ugly game. Not rushing the window to bet, even with Fagano being out. On to this one. Coach Morris here from North Texas is on to Oklahoma State. He will not be coaching in this one, which had me looking to see if Drew Mestamaker will be playing. Of course he is. Haven't seen anything about transfer portal with him either. We will, stay tuned for that. Big-time quarterback, breakout season, obviously. This program was 9-2 ATS-wise in their last 11 meetings as a favorite, this North Texas squad. I think some of that dates back to last season. But still, lots to like here with North Texas. It feels like you're laying a short price here with a -6.5. San Diego State's all about the defense, but even their defense can get exposed at times, and no way I can see them keeping up with this North Texas offense. I think they put on a show here and close the season out the right way. Yeah, give me North Texas here to get to 12 wins at -6.5. Yeah, I'll take North Texas here in this one. Big offensive performance, and they get up and don't look back here. I think even North Texas reserves get in here. -6.5 feels cheap. Give me North Texas in that one. All right, we got Miami, Ohio, and Fresno State in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Snoop Dogg's performance, man. Well, that was pretty rough there. The Lions Vikings Snoop Dogg performance was don't get me wrong. He's always gonna have some ageless classics, but it's time to let the auto tune and lip sing this thing, man. Because I don't know. And I'm not to keep ragging on Snoop Dogg, but yes, in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl here, we got Miami, Fresno State, total 41.5. I think that's where I'll go, is to the under. Obviously, Miami, Ohio is a defensive-minded type team. For Finn to leave them like that at the end of the year, and this kid Hessen has had to come in, and Gronkowski has had to come in and play quarterback for Miami. I don't know. I just don't like what they have at the quarterback position right now. They might have to try to go find somebody out here in the transfer portal this offseason. Maybe they build around this Gronkowski kid who hasn't looked bad. Either way, Fresno State themselves, 4 out of the last 5 games have gone under. I think this is the defensive game, 41.5. I'll take the under there in Fresno State, Miami, Ohio, in the Snoop Dogg Bowl. Not a lot of fun in the Snoop Dogg Bowl, unfortunately. All right, guys. We're zipping on right through. Oh, I forgot one. I skipped the Pop-Tarts Bowl. My bad, guys. Let me get right back to that then. Pop-Tarts Bowl, Georgia Tech, BYU. BYU, the 4.5-point favorites. Total 53 here in this one. Simple game for me. Georgia Tech's defense, 105th against the run. Just at 105th against the run. I saw 80-something against the pass. BYU, a top 35 defense. Only 2 losses, again, both to Texas Tech. No shame in that. I have no problem laying the 4.5. I think actually Bachmeier can outplay a Haynes King. Even through the air, I trust Bachmeier a little bit more through the air. Both guys efficient runners, obviously power runners as well. Give me BYU here -4.5. Have no problem with that one there in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. All right, we got Virginia and Missouri here in the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Tons of bowl game action. How can you not like this, man? Like and subscribe. Tony's Picks look-ahead show here. We got those Virginia Cavaliers taking on the Missouri Tigers, and everything seems to go as far as quarterback opt-outs. Everything looks like both guys will be in. The thing is, Missouri's battled these quarterbacks injured. They're down to backups at this point, but Drinkowitz has had to make do. 8-4 Missouri squad. When in the middle of the year they got those injury hiccups. I think, honestly, I can make a case for Missouri. The line's telling you that Morris isn't playing. Is Chandler Morris playing in this game, man? Because this is what's sickening, is you look stuff up. Chandler Morris. Yeah, it says anticipating Morris's final game in the Gator Bowl. That's how last hour, 4 days, not even hours. Last 3-4 days I've been seeing he's supposed to play in this. As long as Chandler Morris plays, I'm going to lean Virginia. Is the line +4? There's no way it's +4. There's no way it's +4. I was going to wait until kickoff, though, to make sure Morris is playing. That's why I haven't put a bet in. Yeah, no, Virginia's 4-point dogs. To me, I'm scratching my head trying to find. I guess the SEC defense that Missouri has is what people are looking at. And Virginia, clearly, UNC game comes to mind. Wake Forest games come to mind. There's games, Virginia, I don't know. I would still lean the +4 here with Virginia. I like what Chandler Morris and this, dual threat style that he plays with. I think he can give Missouri some fits, maybe even a team total over for Virginia. I see Virginia stifling this Missouri offense, put it that way. Virginia +4. On to the next one and final one. We got LSU taking on these Houston Cougars. This one here in the Kinder's Texas Bowl here in this one. Weigman, I'm seeing, will be the starting quarterback still for these Houston Cougars. Tons of opt-outs for LSU, even though Lane Kiffin is coming. 8 opt-outs I last saw. It's looking like Van Buren should be the starter. I heard nothing of him opting out. He played solid that last game there against OU, gave them a chance to win that game. But the offense was, what do you go, 14 for 25 with 96 yards, this Van Buren kid. 5 carries, 33 yards. I think he has a better performance than he did there against Oklahoma, because obviously I think Oklahoma is a far better team than Houston. Never, ever, ever have been a big supporter of a Connor Weigman back to his Texas A&M days. No, thank you. Ugly, but I'll take the +1 with LSU, trying to show out for Lane Kiffin here in their bowl game. Got no problem trying to touch them here. LSU +1 in that one. All right. That's pretty much all it is. All we got for tomorrow. Tons of action. Again, all these bowl games we have. 2 NFL games. NBA slate's pretty nice. NHL's tricky, but I like it as well. We even got soccer. I forgot to bring up my soccer picks. I did drop it today again with Newcastle. They lost 1-0, guys. Can you forgive me? I've been on a soccer roll before that. Torino and Chelsea, squared up. Don't know if I get to the site premium-wise on those. Might have to just bet those personally myself. I like Torino a little bit more than the Chelsea against Aston Villa. It could be a tricky one. And again, the draw is what always has me like, that game could be a draw, So it's just, you got to keep that in mind. The draws can get you in soccer. But there you guys have it, man. The Tony's Look Ahead show. Tony's Picks Look Ahead show here with yours truly, Vegas Owl. We got it done today, guys. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Before I get out of here, I will read some of those comments. Good to be back here for you guys. Sonny's back in here doing this thing. Bro, you don't get to leave us like that. I know, man. I know. I had those little 3-day hiatus. Forgive me. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Hope everybody had a great Christmas Eve. Enjoyed time with their family and loved ones. I took Northwestern minus 27.5. After 21, they missed extra point. Yep. Ugly. That was one of the bowl games I stayed away from. I touched New Mexico. Just pissed. Overtime loser like that is what it is. He went 9-1 today. Sonny had a big old day, apparently. I won't ever complain about going 9-1, put it that way. And then he says, can you tell me how an NBA team can score 36 points every quarter and then come in the fourth quarter and they get 7 points after 8 minutes? There was 2 teams that did that, stumbled into an NBA 4-teamer. Well, when it works out for you, you can't get mad, though, right? Still Sunny here. What do you think of North Texas? Has their hands full. Defense left for Nebraska. Yeah, I know. I think they're in a lot of trouble. Another point that Sonny's adding to that game, all over North Texas as well. What do you think of North Texas, Mom? Team total? Yeah, everything. North Texas. We got a Whiskers appearance. Shouting out my name. Spelling it correctly as well. Shout out to Whiskers. Clemson Bulldogs. Come on, bro. Did I say Clemson Bulldogs? Clemson Tigers. You guys know that. Come on. Clemson. Mr. Dabo Sweeney. Love me some Dabo. Old-fashioned Dabo. I'm afraid of the North Texas game. Maybe up to 9 before I get out to bet it tomorrow. If you think that, let's bet it right now. I've actually, you know what? I'll live bet that one. Let me live bet this one. Let me find it. Make sure it's a 6.5. It's 6. I'm taking it right now. All right. Yep. Boom. It's in. Put it that way. North Texas minus 6. And that's also freemium. There you guys have it. So, yeah, maybe even team total over. I think San Diego State's in trouble tomorrow, Sonny. So let's roll with that one, man. There you guys have it. That is the show for you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Like and subscribe. And I'll be at it again tomorrow night to give you guys some NFL week, the Sunday NFL action here for week 17. Almost closing out this football season. Playoff football coming right around the corner. nothing better than that. Of course, like and subscribe. Give me some comments as well. Show some love. But one more time, we'll check and see if this Clipper game finished. That would make today salvageable, a 1-2 day. Okay, we drop a unit. We're still up 5 on the week. Just wanting to. Tomorrow, we're probably not putting 3 plays in. I try to go 3 plays for you guys today, and I go 1-2. Let me make sure. I'm sitting here probably jinxing it. Let me make sure these Clippers won. They did win 119-103. Perfect. Love it. But yeah. So 1-2, salvageable day. We lost a unit, up still 4.5 units on the week. Yeah, we'll try to put something in tomorrow. Just 1 or 2 plays, more than likely. It'll definitely be an NBA game, more than likely. I say 1 or 2 plays, but I like the hockey slate. I like the NBA slate. And I can definitely find you guys a bowl game. So, and probably Texans. So I'm giving you guys like 5 or 6 probably tomorrow. And 2 of them, North Texas, Texans. A little Texas parlay there. North Texas and Houston Texans, 2-teamer, free on the show. There you guys go. We got one more comment before I get out of here. Al, chat, is OG off? Oh, okay. Al, I know what he's asking. Is OG Ramon off tonight? LOL. Couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. If I couldn't tell you, I just have been without service as well. I've had to run 30 minutes away from where I was at to be able to put a freaking bed in or put anything up on the site. It's been a hectic week. Haven't been able to really watch any of the night moves or any of that stuff. But now that I'm back at it, yes, tune into the night moves right after this, midnight Eastern. But yeah, we're actually midnight West Coast. It's like 3 a.m. Eastern. But night moves with Ramon. Best of luck to everybody out there. Tune into the morning show tomorrow as well. Peace.